All right, so we are back with Cynthia. This is the end of week 5. So we wanted to do a little check-in, also do the weigh-in, and just kind of find out how it's been going. If you guys remember, we started off really strong, and then they got a house, and they started the process of moving, and then they didn't have all the stuff they needed in their kitchen, like appliances, and they got all that stuff now sorted out, and their food's starting to level off, working out's starting to level off. Some schedule stuff changed so that she was not able to get in as much extra work as she used to get after the workouts, doing extra little things. So we're gonna check in this week to see how you feel. What's the hardest thing you're going through right now?
I think adjusting the routine at the new house and the eating, and honestly, I kind of was reflecting on the first week and the couple last weeks, and I think getting into a groove of my workout. Like, I come to the gym, but then I also used to do some at home on my own, and just kind of, I haven't been doing that much, or just the extra workouts, like you said. So,
well, you know, one of the things I'll point out in this, and it's something I like to say to people all the time, is, are you going to wake up today? Are you going to eat today? Are you going to go to work? Are you going to run errands? Well, then you got to burn calories, right? You've got to find a way to be physically active, because it is just simple math. You know, you've got this many calories go in and this many go out, and if you've got the proper nutrients, right, you know, enough protein, carbs, fats, your macronutrients, if you've got those things are right, in the right balance, and you're burning more than you're consuming, you're gonna lose. It's really that simple. And for a lot of people, they say, oh, nothing ever works. Well, math is just math. There's no emotions in math. If you're not losing, then those numbers aren't going into a deficit like they need to go. And you know, the follow-up question to that is, you know, your week 1 was really good. We lost 7 pounds. And then we were losing like 3 and 4 pounds, 2 pounds, which I think is great numbers. But I will ask you, and you kind of answered already, what's the difference in week 5 and the difference in week 1?
Yeah, I think
in food and in exercise, if you wouldn't mind telling them that.
Yeah, so week 1, I guess I was really excited and hyped that I'm starting this journey. So yes, I did do extra workouts at home. You know, obviously the eating was the hardest part, but I think I did put in the extra work, you know, extra work here at the gym and extra work at home, which is funny because I would ask Art, am I cheating? Like, I'm cheating because I'm doing too much now. But the results showed, which was awesome. And now, yeah, with all the changes that have been happening, I haven't been doing the extra stuff. So, and then as far as food goes, like the first week, again, it was really pretty strict, pretty straightforward. And then I did kind of start introducing other things, little bits here and there. You know, I haven't gone out full out like I used to eat with, you know, the burgers and fries and milkshakes and things like that. But there are little sneaks. You know, I'll grab some, if I see like chips or whatever, I'll grab a few, or I'll grab a few candies here or whatever it is, if I see something like, oh, I really want some. So I'm not, you know, what is it? Just it's not super black and white. There's
So let me explain one more little thing on that nutrition side, and then we'll jump into our weigh-in. But if you can imagine it like it's a line of, here's your day, and down here is where you burn fat. If you've burned enough calories to get down to where you're starting to burn fat, and you eat your food and you're just above that line and you're doing workout and you come down and then you start burning fat below that little line there, and then you eat more food, you come up back above it, and then as you trickle down you start to burn fat again. Well, every time you have the little sneak, right, you go up here. And then it takes that much longer to get down, and then you eat again. And now you're hovering way above the fat loss line, and all of a sudden you're not getting the results you were getting before. And those things that we all want to consider little in a normal life, once you're maintaining, those are little. They're little and they're not going to do much to you. But when you're trying to lose, every time you get to the line where you're about to lose, you put something in there. And then it would take you a half a day or a day to get back down to that line, and then you start another day. And then people say, oh, I don't know why I'm not losing. Well, they don't realize how close to that line they're getting before they go back up. But anyway, all that's being said, it's just lessons to learn. And reality is the more consistent people are and the more dedicated they are and the more that people are accountable to somebody else, we get to go through these little scenarios and talk them out and give a better perception of how to attack the next week. Anyway, let's step on. Let's see what we've done. 235.6. Good. You remember what we were last week?
I think it's 237.
237. I think that's right. 0.4 or something like that. So good. We lost another 2 pounds. And don't, by any means, I'm not trying to say that she didn't do a good job this week. She did a phenomenal job. But those little bitty things add up to an extra quarter pound, right? A half a pound here, a quarter pound there. And those big results that we want, the closer to perfection you get, the bigger those results get. And all those little bitty cheats, right, that we give ourselves, those just rob us of that quarter pound, half pound. And then we step on here, and like I told you a couple weeks ago, 1 to 2 pounds a week is fantastic, right? So that 2 pounds is really, really good. But if you want the bigger number, you can't really give yourself that room for those little bitty things. But the great thing is you got another day.
Yeah.
Right? You can freshen things up and you can start clean and you can tighten everything back up any day. You don't have to wait till a Monday. You don't have to wait till a Thursday. You can start today. And then you give yourself your 1 cheat meal a week and you let yourself look forward to it all week long, and you can start accomplishing those numbers. I mean, I think the numbers you're getting are fantastic. Anyway, until next week, I'm pretty happy with how far she's come. I'm super pumped that she has the guts to air this for all of you guys to watch. I don't know how many of you guys would be willing to do the same, but if you'll follow her journey, you'll have a chance to see the real ups and downs and the ins and outs of how she's getting there. And a year from now, you guys will be a part of an amazing story. Anyway, I'm proud of you. I think you've done really good.
Thank you.
Good. We'll see you guys next week.